Good morning. Good morning, Saugatuck Church members and friends. It is 7 a.m. on Ash Wednesday, the first day of the season of Lent. And normally I would be welcoming you outside the Saugatuck Church to offer ashes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We would remember together that today is the day we acknowledge that we are shattered, that we and the world around us are broken and in need of healing. Today, I've come down to the beach to stand in the sand, which is the reminder that the earth itself erodes. The sand around us is the symbol of the wind and the water that works against the earth. All of us, over time, return to the dust. Even the sand, even the earth. This season, we remember that we are also holy vessels, made to contain the love and grace of God. But over the course of this last year, friends, we have been cracked open by the challenges of a pandemic, of racism in our midst, of economic destruction. We are tired, we are grieving, we are struggling, we are shattered. Like the shards of glass that we find on the beach, which over time are worn into beach glass or sea glass. I was reminded this week as I was reflecting on this day that the glass that we will use as our symbol during Lent, those broken pieces of glass, they come from the sand. Sand heated and melted down. And so, again, we are reminded of the ways that we are transformed by the things that distress us. As we enter into the season of Lent this week, we enter in with the promise that God knows what to do with broken pieces. That we can be transformed like rocks are transformed into the sand, like the sand is transformed into the glass. We are gathered together by a beachcomber God and turned again into something beautiful and holy and whole. I invite you sometime today to step outside, or if you are here on the beach, to take a moment to gather up some of the sand, to feel the grittiness, to remember that we come from the earth and to the earth we shall return, to trust that God is in the transforming of our lives. I invite you also over the course of this season of Lent to remember that we are like those shards of beach glass that are gathered up by God and polished until they become like treasures. Friends, today we are broken. Our world is broken. There is always mending to be done. That is the way of the world. And we can be in that brokenness today and trust that God meets us there. If you have sand, here on the beach, or sometime today when you step outside, As you rub that sand in your hand, as you remember that we come from the dust, from the earth, and to the earth we return. Remember too that we were formed in the palm of God's hand. And it is to the hands of God that we do return. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Beloved and broken and also made whole. Remembering that this day. Remembering that God meets us in the struggle, gathers us together. I invite you to take a deep and spirit-filled breath. To feel that earth beneath your feet, the earth which is itself always being eroded and remade. And to join your hearts with mine in prayer. Healing presence. As we feel the sand in our hands, the earth beneath our feet. As we feel this elemental part of who we are, we remember that you created us, shaped us from the dust in the palm of your hand. Someday we will return to dust. Return to the palm of your hand once again, held and loved forever. We lament in this moment the grittiness of life, the shattered feelings, the need for healing, the difficult and necessary process of transformation. Make us your own. Remold us again and again as your people. Let the recognition of our own need break us open yet again for the sake of others, for the sake of the world. Let all the people say, Amen. Beloved, wherever you are this morning, here on the beach or in your own home, I invite you to step out into this day, prepared to meet the God who welcomes us into this season of recovery. Lean into it. Be tender with all the broken pieces as you go. And we shall find one another as God finds us like treasures along the way. From dust we come, to dust we return. In the meantime, there is mending to do. And so, beloved, this day, go in peace. Amen. Amen.